Hi, my name is Susan, and I'm starting my Accutane blog, or should I say Absorica blog. So let me tell you something about myself. Well, when I moved here from the Philippines when I was 20, 6 months later I started breaking out, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's the air, and I thought that, oh my god, this is the US, there's no pollution, and my skin's gonna be really good. But nope, I started breaking out. It wasn't too bad, but it was bad. And in my future post, I will be posting pictures as well if I continue to do this blog. So 6 months later, I started breaking out. I was into proactive and I thought it was helping out, but I started developing some reactions towards it. So my skin got really dry and irritated and red. So I stopped the medication for a little bit, about 2 months, and then I started using it again, and suddenly I have really bad reactions to the point where my eyes were starting like to get really big and puffy, and my whole face started like really itching and red, and I had to go to the ER, and they said that I was having an allergic reaction, which I never been allergic to anything in my life. So I called Proactive and I told them I started getting reaction. You know how they are. They keep sending me all these products that I can't ever use because I became allergic to benzoyl peroxide, which is really, it sucks for me because that's like number one over the counter product that I could use for my face. So I resort to salicylic acid, and it doesn't help as much, but what can I do? That's all I can do. I did the acne free products as well, which they have the sulfur face mask, and that helped a lot. I also went through using top gel, and that kind of helped a lot too, but it was just a constant battle. I was in minocycline for about 3 months, and I know that you have to wait a little while for antibiotics to kind of kick in, and I did, but it didn't really help me out a lot until 2012, because I moved here 2008, so I had 2 years of acne battle. And 2012 comes, and I said, you know what, I did all the over-the-counter products, I did change diet, all that kind of stuff, and it didn't really help me out. So I went to the dermatologist finally, and I told her all my problems and stuff like that, and she started me in Oracea, 40 milligrams once a day. Oh my goodness, 2 weeks later, my skin was the best ever. It just helped me a lot, and I continued to use the medication until I would probably say about a year. And I know they say that in 6 months you gotta stop it and then use it again. And I was also on birth controls and stuff like that. So nothing really helped until Oracea. 1 year into Oracea, I started developing, basically, I got immune to the drug. So I started breaking out, and it got really bad because it was like on my jawline, and I know it's more of a hormonal issue, but it was really bad. So I started getting depressed again, and I said that I wanted to increase the dose. So they did, and it helped out a little bit for a little while. I started clearing up again, and I was on 100 milligrams BID. And I think doxycycline is the only thing that really helped me, that I would say that really helped me. So I was on it for another like 2 years, well, almost 2 years, and I started breaking out again. So I got really depressed because now what am I gonna do? I've been on this antibiotic for quite some time. I don't know what else to do. But I've been reading on Accutane and all this isotretinoin. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I've been reading about it a lot. And my first dermatologist, she was really against it. Not really, but she was just like, let's try all this thing. And I felt like I did. I tried everything. Like, like fancy lights. I do tanning boots, though they said it's bad, but that's the only thing that could actually help my skin for a little bit. So then I moved to Rhode Island and I went to see a new dermatologist, and I told her about all my issues because I was starting to break out in my jawline again, and it was starting to be really, really bad. So I went to see a new dermatologist, and right away she said, you should be on Accutane. It's an adult acne, and I don't think it's gonna ever go away. And I don't think that taking antibiotic for the rest of your life will be the choice that you want. And let's start you in it again, or let's start you on Accutane. So I was like, this is what I needed, a dermatologist that actually is as aggressive as I am, because I just don't want to go through this cycle every single time. I'm always getting depressed when this happens. I hate wearing makeup. Really do hate wearing makeup, but I have no choice because I am suffering from this bad acne and it's ruining my self esteem. And I just wanted to go out there without, makeup, or barely, just, some stuff in my face. But it's just been an ongoing battle for a really long time. So I started on Absorica, and this is what she gave me. It's 40 milligrams a day, and this is my first month. Actually, my first 10 days, it was great. Well, I started on prednisone as well. So with Absorica, my skin was perfect. And I was like, oh my god, I found the key to my problems. No, it was the prednisone that was clearing up my skin. But I can't be on prednisone forever. So once I was tapering down the prednisone, it was just coming up on my face, like monsters coming out, trying to get me. And I got really depressed again. I was crying, and it was affecting my relationship because I was driving my fiance crazy because he thought it was just about the relationship, but it wasn't. It was about my freaking face. So I told him one day, we sat down and I told him all my frustrations. I just feel like, I feel terrible, I feel ugly, I feel depressed. And he was very supportive about it. So it helped me a lot. And so I continued to take the drug. But then I developed, and I'm gonna make a different video about this too, to help other people out about the side effects. Mainly chapped lipped. And of course, I'm like super, but this one I pick. I know I shouldn't be picking my acne, but it's just one of those things that I can't help myself. I'm just saying, it's really, really bad. If you can see, the redness is just awful. So, this one too, I picked. See, I can't help it. I just keep picking on it. Oh well. So, what happened was, I told him everything about my depression, and I wasn't really worried about all that kind of side effects because I've been reading about it, and it wasn't something that a big deal for me. I think I could be depressed, and then if I know that at the end of the tunnel there's a big light that says you have clear skin, I'm willing to go through that. But what happened was I was getting really like bad headaches in the morning, and it started to really worry me because one of the major side effects that I should be reporting to my dermatologist is that if I'm getting any headaches or nausea. And one morning I just woke up with really bad headaches. Everything was spinning around, and I don't know if it was because I tapered down the prednisone, but it was an awful, very awful experience. So I freaked out and I went to my dermatologist the next appointment, and I said, listen, I think I'm having this pseudotumor cerebri condition, and I'm freaking out because if that I develop that, then basically I have to stop Accutane. And if I stop it, then basically I am doomed for the rest of my life. So I told her, and she said that, you know what, you should, I've never seen it before in 10 years of my practice, and you should see an ophthalmologist just to rule it out. So I did. And I prayed so hard that it wasn't, because I can't really stop taking it, because this is my last resort. And though I'm breaking out as bad, I just feel like I need to go through it. So I went, and of course, the ophthalmologist just basically shaking his head like I'm just freaking out for nothing. But listen, if this happens to you, you need to go to the doctor. I don't care what other doctors say. I don't care if they said, oh, it's probably nothing. Don't wait till it's too late. Go get checked and see it, because it's your body. And I was just being safe, though I know all the side effects and I'm just probably freaking out for nothing. Now I have a peace of mind that I'm not developing any reaction or major stuff. So when I did, he said everything looks perfectly fine, I'm okay, and everything is golden in my eyes. So then I can sleep and I can take this meds every day, without any issues, because I just can't take it without having to think that I'm developing this pseudo tumor thingy. And I just don't want to deal with blindness. I don't want to be blind as much as I want to be pretty. I don't want to be blind, okay? So that's all cleared up. So this is the start of my second month, and I know I should have took a picture the first week of starting it just so we could compare, but to tell you honestly, this is worse. When I started, I thought I was clearing up. This is worse. I think this is not the worst in my life, but this is pretty bad. And that's all for today, and I hope that people out there that take this medication, let's talk together, because I know I'm getting really, really depressed lately, and I just feel really sad that I have to go through this. And I know I'm not alone, and I know that a lot of people has worse case than me, but it's just an awful feeling. Okay, guys, let's stay together and go through this second month.